So we are going to be making some firecrackers today. I just saw one of my creative friends doing some and I said, you know, I've been wanting to do something. And I bought these pool noodles the other day from, let's see, did I have the other part? Yeah. You can get these pool noodles. Walmart seems to be the less expensive. They're 97 cents. And I bought these the other day. I was at the neighborhood Walmart. So I decided today I'm gonna make some firecrackers with them. So good morning, good morning. So y'all, I'm gonna tell you what I've already done because I kind of went ahead and did a little bit of that just so it could be dry. I took my undercover primer and put a coat on there. Now you may still see the green, but I'm gonna grunge them up so I think they'll be fine. So we're not gonna study all that. I think it'll be fine. So I used the undercover primer by Paint Pixie. It's a great primer and I prime these. Now this one's a little bit shorter, so I'm gonna put it toward the front. Now y'all, these are they don't stand up really well. So I looked through my stash looking for some dowels to put in there to kind of give it a little hold, and I didn't have any, but I had some old paint brushes that I thought I might use in a craft or do something with them. So I took the paint brushes and put those in there and use the sticks from those. But I would say you might want to put some marbles or rocks or something in there to give them a little bit more stability. So I can always open up my end and do that. So I did that, and then I also cut a piece of painter's cloth and put on the end of both ends. So you don't have to put anything in them, but they're going to be very light when you try to put them somewhere. So y'all know last year I made these out of the Dollar Tree candles. So these are just the Dollar Tree candles. Now it takes a lot to get those stickers off of them unless they've changed it. Last year those stickers were about impossible. I heated them. I did everything to get those stickers off. But these are the little tall candles. They usually have them in different colors. I've never lit mine, and really what you should do before you ever burn them is trim them down. You don't want this high of a wick on them. They leave it like that so you can trim it down. But remember that if you're burning candles, and never leave unattended. So I just made these last year, and these are Digital Deco Designs prints. She has all three of these prints, and you can make you some candles. So I did those last year, and those were so fun. I'd like to make some more of those. So I decided to do something a little different. Now I'm also going to be using this on there. It says Stars and Stripes. I got this set from Mother Time, and that's where I got my inspiration today. It's Mother Time, T-H-Y-M-E, Mother Time. And she had these, and if you join her blog, you get printables usually every week. And this says 1776, July 4th, 1776, Let Freedom Ring and Oh Glory Fireworks. I liked the Stars and Stripes, but now I'm thinking I love that Let Freedom Ring, and I might use that one. Let me go ahead and cut that one out. It is a little sticky on the back. I ran these through my printer. Make sure that your printer will take something a little thick. This is the lighter painter's cloth. So, all right, let's get these ready. We're going to go ahead and put our material on, and then I'm going to coffee stain them. So I'm just going to take one at a time and put our material on, and I'm going to use a little bit, use two different glues, and I do have these already cut out, so I just cut out, and I cut them a little bit long, and I love that frayed edge, so I will be using the frayed edge where it will show. This will just be something you can do quick. You could do these with your kids, your grandchildren, your nieces, nephews. They would love making something like this. And we're just going to take it and roll it. So we're going to start with our edge that's going to be on the bottom. They're going to be a little long, so I am going to trim it off a little bit. Now I'm just going to take this one and push it all the way to this edge, and then I can trim it at the bottom. Cut them a little big, because you don't know. Sometimes these things are wonky, and I'll tell you that cutting these out, I just cut them with a box cutter, but they're not always perfect. Now I'm okay with that rolled over and not cutting any of that off. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. It gives it a little extra. Yeah, I think that'll work. And I'm going to bring this up to where that doesn't show. And don't worry about perfection. It'll all be okay. It'll all be okay. And I'm just going to bring it over and pull it as I go. You could also stitch these up. If you wanted to stitch these, you might make it like a pillowcase, a little thin pillowcase, and slide it on. You could do that too. So that's an idea as well. But if you want the easy way, we're just going to do this. So I'm going to use some tacky glue, and then I'm going to go back also and put some hot glue. Hey, sweet friend. So I'm going to pull that tight, y'all. You want to kind of pull it tight as you go. I am going to put some hot glue as well, but I'm just going to go ahead and put my fabric glue. I like the fabric glue too, because that kind of gives it a good hold, and then you can use your hot glue. Hot glue may not completely hold it. I'm just thinking this will do better. And I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way down to here, and then I'm going to, I think before I get to the very bottom, I'll trim that off. Let's make sure we've got it at the top. Now, I see a little bit of my green showing, and I'm okay with that because I can go back with a little bit of some cream colored paint and put on there. So we're not going to sweat that because that'll work. I am going to add some glue, but I'm going to go ahead and get this cut off, and then I'm going to add a little hot glue. So I'm going to make this a little bit, we don't want to cut it where it's too short. I may can tear it. Sometimes this material tears, sometimes it doesn't. So it is a thicker material. My printer will take this because it's about the size of cardstock. You do have to use some of the spray adhesive, and I used plain paper, y'all. I did not run cardstock through. I ran plain paper and put this material. I think if I had put it on cardstock, it would have been way too thick to go through your printer. But you can try, and sometimes you kind of have to hold it a little bit on the back. I put a piece of cardstock behind it before it went in. That way it gave it a little extra stability. But I have a Canon printer, and mine does fine. Now, so I'm now going to put a little hot glue. We'll have to put a little hot glue around the top. We're just going to wrap these like a hot dog, like a corn dog. Just going to wrap it around. And I'm going to put that there. Now, I actually am going to leave these in the front because I think that is so cute with the fray. Now, y'all know that's my jam. That's my jam. All right, let's get up here. Let's trim a little bit of this. These are going to be easy peasy today. Hey, Kimberly, how are you today from Craft Crazy Company? Y'all, if you see my friends on here, please go give them a follow. It doesn't cost you anything to follow them. And you can get some great ideas from them as well. And I'm going to fold that over just a little bit, if I can. See, I should have left it a little longer on the top. So you can do that and fold it over. And then I think I'll leave that at the bottom since this top looks better. We'll put that there. There we go. I'll get these on, and then we're going to coffee stain them. Isn't that cute, though? It's going to be cute. I'm telling you. Just use your imagination. It's going to be cute. Gonna be some people as well. All right. So it looks like I got a little bit of that coffee stain right there on the edge, and that's okay. This one is a little crooked, but it's okay, too. All right. So let's see which way we're going to do these. I want to do them all the same direction. Same direction. And I'll go back and kind of glue that part down. We're going to now put some, we're going to use our coffee grunge. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spritz a little water on here. You can do them light, you can do them dark, but I'm going to go ahead and use my spritz bottle and get them a little wet. You know, your coffee stain's a little dark. Where's those cups? I got one right here. Okay, so I've got my coffee grunge right here. A little bit of that in here too. I'm gonna put a little bit right here in. The only reason I'm doing it like this instead of pouring it is I'm getting a little bit of that grunge out of the bottom. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of water in here too, just to lighten it just a little bit. Doesn't matter how dark to me. I'm just gonna kind of lighten it up. Y'all, this is the neatest bottle. I got this from Paint Pixie. Okay, so we're gonna kind of mix that up. And yes, they might be a little dark, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna go ahead and do all the ends. And that's why I kind of wet it a little bit ahead of time. That's going to give it a little bit of a lighter look, but I am okay with it having the grunge. And I am going to put some jute on top too, I think, for their little wick. I got that pretty good. I might go back and do a little bit more, but I think that's looking good. So that's what we have so far. And they're going to be wet for a minute, but they're going to dry. So I'm okay with them being a little bit different colors. They don't have to all be the same. When they're dry, they're going to be pretty. I think I am going to put, let me see y'all which way I want them. Let me get them lined up here. Trying to make sure they're all going the same direction with my material. Decide if I want them this way or that way. Doesn't matter. I think I'll do them this way. And this one's going to be the middle one. Like that. Okay. I think I'm going to take a little bit. Where we go? That coffee, it smells delicious. All right. Let's put just a little bit of some glue up here at the top. I'm going to put a little coffee around this part. And I may put some more on, but I kind of am liking that. I'm just going to take my sponge. I'm just going to put a little bit of coffee grunge right here around the edge, because I am going to put a little wick in the middle here. Just put our coffee back on. I love the scent of it. Even if you don't like coffee, most people love the scent. Okay, let's put these back. I'm going to put these back. I'm going to put some little, I'm going to go ahead and tie them up, and then I'm going to put some little jute in the middle. Let's see, one of these is shorter than the other one. I think it's this one. Okay, this one's going in the middle. So I'm going to do them just like this. And as I said, they might be a little wonky. I'm going to take a piece of this material here. This is the black and cream stripe. It looks like it's already been coffee stained. It's just a homespun type fabric. I'll tie that around. We're doing, I love it. We're doing good. And then I'm just going to tie that in just a little knot like this. I'm going to trim it off. I'll show y'all just a sec. Let me get it kind of like I want. Okay, I've got it just like that. I'm going to take them. Now, I might glue these together. I think that's probably going to be the best way to kind of keep them steady. And I'm going to take our Freedom ring that I copied from Mother Time. If you didn't see the first part, Mother Time, Thyme. She has a blog. You can join her blog and she'll send you some freebies, usually every week. And she sent these this week, and she did some, and she inspired me. And y'all, I'm just going to put this right here on the edge a little bit. I'm going to cut this around. I'm going to use, no, I don't want to use that because I got that coffee stain. I'm going to use these scissors. I'm going to cut mine kind of around like an oval on that. And that's going to make it look better on here. And I'm just going to tie it on my bow. Oh, something else is going to do, y'all. Hold on. Let me get a wipe. Before I got 5 minutes. I got time. Y'all not going to believe this. I'm going to put, yes. Y'all know that it's not my, but I've learned to love it, y'all. I've learned to love it. I've just learned to do it and not let it, and I've gotten to where I like it now. So let's do a little bit of that. I like to tear mine apart like this. Yes, I know y'all are saying, what? I'm beginning to like it. I really am, and I thought I'd put a little bit of that around there. I don't know, hopefully this will be long enough. Just gonna kind of take that one apart a little bit. I can. You just kind of just pull them. And sometimes they come all the way apart, sometimes part of the way. So I'm gonna get one more piece. I really have found that I'm liking some different things than I used to, and I'm just trying to embrace them. Who's on 5 dinners in 1 hour? Who does that? I've gone plumb wild. I have, haven't I, Fatima? Are you tripping? Miss Sheila has gone crazy today. That's right. I am feeling that craziness. I absolutely am. But you know what, y'all? You have to, sometimes you change your mind. I wouldn't, I love grungy. I wouldn't have thought I'd be using that years ago. I would have said, oh no, I like but now your brain changes, and I love all Miss Tracy's. Oh my gosh, every week I'm thinking, I wish we had good stuff here. We do not have good things on Marketplace most of the time. They don't have as much of the primitive around here. Okay, y'all, hoping it's gonna be long enough to go around here. If not, I'm gonna tie it on the front. Let me see here. May not be long enough to do it that way. I may have to just tie it on the front. Let's try it. Let's try it. It wasn't, I can get it around. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can. Not all of it though, just those long pieces. Let's take some of that short off and see if I can. Yes, I've gone plumb wild today. You just never know what I'll come up with, right? Keep watching, you just never know. All right, I'm gonna tie this around, y'all. It's gonna take me just a minute to do it. I have to do it toward me because I definitely can't do it backwards. Y'all would have a mess. Just gonna see if I can tie it and get another little tie in it. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get that through. Oh, I think we can. There we go. Now, I think I'll put a little bit more when I get off, but for right now, I'm gonna use that right there. There we go. And I'll trim it off, but I think I'll do some more. I am probably gonna take the top off these and maybe add some marbles or something, and I'm gonna put my little tag right here, and I'm gonna be done. So I'm gonna tie that into my tie, I believe, but I will work on putting some more on there. That's what I have for you today. It turned out